Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Truth with the Tech Boy web show. Today we're going to be talking about the Daily Wire. So, the Daily Wire has been under fire recently. Some trolls have been sent into their comment section, and now plenty and plenty of people have come in and are, saying these type of things unorganically. So let's get into what these people are saying, what these people are commenting, particularly under the Catholic majority host of the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire is called the Daily Quote Israeli Wire, the Daily Quote Jewish Wire. When even there's only like one Jewish host, and most of the hosts that are they are like Catholic or Catholic light. You have Matt Walsh Catholic, Michael Knowles Catholic, both faced off to see who's the best Catholic of them all. And then you have Clavin, who's Anglican, which is basically Catholicism for Protestants, Catholicism light. Then you have Reagan Conrad, I don't know what she is. And then Jeremy Boring, who's Protestant, but he only hosts the show once a week. And then, of course, once a month, sorry. And, of course, you have, the Catholic reporters like Mary Margaret Olahan. So, Daily Wire is pretty much a Catholic company, a Christian company at this point here. So you have these gropers that have been sent to Daily Wire comment sections. Here is a group of them compiled by No Soup for Knowles. There's a whole bunch of them, and you keep seeing them in these comment sections as well. They always have these little frog icons. I do not like those frogs. Those frogs are so annoying, so mean. So let's just get into the comments. So these are commented under Matt Walsh's, and mostly Matt Walsh's. Like I said, he's Catholic. You'd be better off as an independent. You're being held back by the Jewish narrative. Leave the Daily Wire. The only reason they're surviving. Stop letting them leech off of you. So these people are thinking that Matt Walsh is the big draw for the Daily Wire, which is kind of weird because I believe Ben Shapiro has 7 million YouTube subscribers and a very loyal fan base, myself included. Michael Knowles is also a good reason of the Daily Wire. They keep calling it the Jewish Wire. Says Matt, America needs you to leave Daily Wire. Discovery says it's time to leave Daily Wire. Why are you working for an Israeli propaganda outlet? I used to watch every day until the Daily Wire showed their true colors and fired Candace. Please leave and start your own thing. And the thing that they most like about Matt Walsh, his show, right? It's funded by, the Daily Wire. He has a studio. It's not a home studio. It's a studio that's put in there by the Daily Wire. His films and movies, he could make those on his own. Of course, he has a film crew provided to him by the Daily Wire. And also, he has a whole bunch of help. Hair, makeup team, all these people that come in and help him out together. So since they like him so much, he probably wouldn't do as well if he left the company that is backing him or supporting him as well. Another thing to note on here as well is that these people always talk about how he doesn't talk about Israel, etc. But he always talks about domestic policy. And sometimes he can be wrong on domestic policy issues as well. I think I have a clip of that I can show if you guys want to, or we can get into that next week. But he rarely talks about any foreign country on the show. I think the last time he talked about a foreign country was Ukraine, and he was talking about how he doesn't support it. And then the most recent, actually good foreign policy take from him that I heard was him talking about how the United States was striking the Houthis because they struck our ships first. So it's not. We're not supposed to be completely isolationist. So that was a completely good take on there as well. And the people were saying, oh, he doesn't talk about Israel. He says he doesn't want the funding to come to there. No, I disagree with him. But to his credit, he has said that he doesn't want any funding to go there. He doesn't want any funding to go to Nigeria, any foreign country in the world. Now, I think he's wrong, yes. But these people are even more wrong because they're saying he hasn't said that when on multiple occasions he has said that. And you know full well that if Matt Walsh left the Daily Wire, these group of people, they'd be like, yay, congratulations, Matt Walsh left. But they'd also be like, seeing the Daily Wire doesn't allow any room for opposition. They're only controlled by Israelis, and no one really cares about them. And, Ben Shapiro has a Mossad handler, right? So it's a lose-lose situation for them both. And, this is probably an effort from Nick Fuentes to send them all in to go, talk about stuff like this. And just one thing about Nick Fuentes, I don't like him at all. I'm not a fan of his. But, apparently news broke recently that this guy, let me see if I can find the thing. This guy ran for high school president. Yes, he ran for high school president. And he got elected to student council. How on earth did this kid become president of anything? For those of you who don't know, my record in student council would be 0-2-1 because lost 2 presidential elections, one stolen, one was brand new, and then I became like secretary, right, from the SSA-LTW series. Of course, I'm really involved in this. I write books about this. SSA-LTW election. Make sure you buy it. Where's that bell? Where's that bell? And I also have an entire website, ssaltw.blogspot.com. That's a bit more realistic into the times of things as well. How did this guy win an election? Just looking like this and having a voice that sounds like this. Who was he running against? Like, really, how? This guy had a majority of people vote for him. How? How? Like, what? Really, what was his campaign? Like, he's one of the most insane far-right people on planet Earth. Did he just, like, moderate those views? Because, like, I had a very, very tame campaign, right? In comparison to what his might have been, being like, oh, we should round up these people in camps. I was just like, well, maybe, I'm not going to do this, but, maybe we shouldn't have abortions on school property. It's not like that was happening, but I said, you shouldn't do this. So, maybe, gay marriage is a sin. But, like, I wasn't running my campaign off of this. This guy probably was like, hey, guys, we should firebomb this country in the Middle East. We should have gone to war with them after 9/11. How did how bad? How bad was the competition? Like, I've seen bad competition over my time. Wafflegate being, the number one most thing about bad competition in this election I wasn't a part of, but I followed closely. It was after I left the school. So, there's Wafflegate, where you have these kids essentially breaking the ball. Then you have, some liberal person who's pretending to be Trump, right? So it's essentially a joke campaign. So versus, the incumbent who narrowly beat me in the stolen election. Right? Of course she's going to win. Bro, Nick Fuentes? You let this kid win? Like, how did this kid become president of anything? Or even on to student council? Like,
bruh.
And now he's controlling all these people to come into the comment sections. I really want to see the, like, grade level breakdown of this guy's support. Like, yeah, his support online, but these people weren't voting for him in high school. Any high school that if he said the same stuff he says now, he just get banned from running for election. He wouldn't be allowed to run for president. So how bad was the opposition candidate? Was the opposition candidate just like incompetent? It's not like his views just sprouted out of the ground. I'm pretty sure that if that opposition candidate did any type of oppo research on him, he probably could have gotten banned for within 50 feet of a child. I mean, imagine being the person who lost to him. He's not even that good of a talker. He's like probably a closeted gay person, and he's like annoying. And his name's literally Nick Fuentes. Nonetheless, I'm going to try to figure out how this idiot won one vote. Like, what, did they have a electoral high school or something? Like, he only has to win a few grades, and the other people had a majority. It's just no. So, former high school president Fuentes has sent all these groupers into Matt and Michael's comment sections. So, well.